When he was about 14 or 15, he came in here one day and he says, "Billy, when I play for Ireland, is it okay if I put my jersey up in the bar, my first jersey?" There was always something of the devil in him, but he knew in his heart of hearts he was going to make it. He had great self-belief.
He was a young guy who was chomping at the bit. When he stepped onto a training pitch, rain, hail or snow, I mean, he was totally focused.
When we were back in school, we trained like professionals. You know what I mean? Without knowing, it was just what was done. Kids gave it everything. It was the most important thing in your lives back then, and so not a lot has changed.
But he worked awful hard at it. His kicking, he could spend hours and hours, but he was natural too. Like when he was only 15 or 16, he scored a drop goal to win a Leinster Schools final, came on and just popped it off from nowhere.
It was Roy the Rovers kind of thing, you know. I think every schoolboy in the stand, I think, was saying, "Oh gosh, I wish that were me," you know. When you're a 16-year-old, it's kind of, oh my goodness, what am I stepping into? But it didn't faze him, or if it did, he never showed it.
You don't stop to think, you know, how nervous you are, how you're feeling. You learn to try and embrace the nerves and realise that that's what you do all the training for.
Johnny wants to succeed, so he'll do everything possible to succeed. Johnny the nerd, Johnny the perfectionist. Like, there's times you slip into his car and you turn on the radio and he has his French lessons on the radio. You're like, that's what you're dealing with, you know what I mean?
If an out half wants to, he can sit on on top of a hill on a white horse and admire the battleground like the old generals. But no, he gets stuck into the middle of all of it.
You can't just be a leader. I think you have to, I suppose, like I said, earn the respect of your teammates through your own performance.
What makes him very good is his preparation. He doesn't leave anything to chance on a Saturday. That's Johnny, and that's what we've seen, and that's what you need to do if you want to be the best.
Obviously, part of my job is trying to tell other people what to do, but if I'm getting my job wrong, well then they're just going to tell me to take a hike.
He's a very emotional guy deep down. He doesn't show it often, but when he's out on that pitch, he feels it. He feeds off it. And inside, he wants to put on the green jersey. He wants to hear the crowd, and he wants to stand up for the national anthem. He wants to be a proud and brave Irishman, and that's the biggest motivation factor that he has in his body.
When you feel you've nothing left, there always is that little bit more that you can put in. Suddenly, you find yourself moving quicker when you thought there was nothing left. So, I suppose the next challenge is trying to, be pushing yourself without needing that shout.
People that are happy with what they have just don't seem to get better, you know. It's the guys that really work hard, try and improve, are the guys that stand out.
He's just so driven to succeed. I think there's more in the tank. I think we'll see in the next 2-3 years hit a new level.
He's still the small boy in the back of the pub here playing at the back of his grandmother's house, just kicking the ball up against the wall, up against the gate, thousands of times. I remember my dad saying one time, he said, "Is that young fella gone back to Dublin yet?" And I'd say, "Yeah." He says, "That's great." He says, "We'll be able to get a bit of a lie in the morning though." That was him.